Good afternoon from Los Angeles and welcome to Stock Market Today, sponsored by Interactive Brokers. On today's show, we're going to be taking a look at the charts of StoneCo as well as Paylocity and Solar Edge. But first, let's take a look at the major indexes. It's Alyssa Corum here, and today I'm joined by Ken Shreve. And Ken, we're starting off the new year with a bang here. Stocks roaring higher. The Nasdaq up about 1.3% to start off the new year.
Yeah, and we strengthened into the close. I mean, we held pretty solid gains throughout the session, but the Nasdaq looks like it's ending with a gain of 1.3%. The Nasdaq 100, a big day of outperformance there. That was up more than the Nasdaq Composite. A lot of these Chinese large cap stocks like Baidu, NetEase, JD.com all outperforming nicely. Semiconductor stocks continue their torrid ascent. So, a lot of stocks out there acting well. More breakouts today. The bull market continues into 2020.
Yeah, that's right. You mentioned more breakouts. We are seeing buying opportunities here for names that we're keeping tabs on. So let's start off with a look at StoneCo, ticker STNE. Now, this is essentially the Square of Brazil,
Exactly.
And that stock gaining about 7.3% in heavy volume today. And this is on top of a nice gain on Tuesday, which we pointed out. So it's clearing now a short consolidation.
Yeah, and I was talking about StoneCo on IBD Live this morning, and still about 85% of financial transactions in Brazil are done with cash. So this is still a very, e-commerce, digital payments, still a very nascent market in Brazil. StoneCo, has been acting pretty well. This is a current holding of Warren Buffett. He has, I think, a 7-8% stake in StoneCo, and it had been kind of dancing around a couple of prior entries around 38, 39, but it did break out and strengthen into the close.
Right.
Clears an alternate entry here of 41.98, so it's definitely still in buy range here. Excellent fundamentals. It really is a perfect Ken Slim stock.
Yeah, that's right. And again, strong volume on today's move, which is always nice to see, as well as it finishing at the top end of the range for the day. So we'll definitely be keeping an eye on this one, along with Solar Edge, which was a pretty notably strong group in 2019. Solar Edge breaking out of a cup with handle base here. What do you like about this one, Ken?
Well, I like the look of the base. First of all, it was really a nice looking handle that formed here. You can see in recent days it just kind of drifted lower, and you can see it outlined on the chart there, and just a good bullish move for Solar Edge. This is a company that makes inverter systems for solar systems, and it's just a fast-growing area of the solar market, and it's just a good solid breakout for Solar Edge, and one of many breakouts today.
Yeah, and it looks like it closed right at the top of that 5% buy range for the day that we like to look at, and we're seeing that relative strength line hitting a new high. So that's a bullish confirming indicator for the breakout.
Yeah, I mean, we saw a lot of buying late in the market here, so a lot of these breakouts really strengthened into the close. Not only StoneCo but also Solar Edge. So seeing a lot of good closing prices, including this enterprise software name that we're going to talk about.
Exactly. Taking a look at Paylocity, ticker PCTY, gaining about 5% on the day and above average turnover. And we're seeing strength across the software sector, or we did today in Paylocity, a name also clearing one of these, not an exact base, but maybe a shorter consolidation.
Yeah, but it's still a legitimate entry here, 122.75, and you can see it closed at around 126, 127, so this one is still in buy range as well. We talked about the enterprise software at length on IBD Live this morning, and there's a handful of stocks in the enterprise software group that are still acting quite well. Some damage stock charts in the group,
right.
but Paylocity, Paycom also doing well, and ServiceNow, a name we're not going to talk about today, but ServiceNow ended the session in buy range. So seeing some pretty good action among select enterprise software stocks.
Yeah, that's interesting that you mentioned that, because one thing that investors really should keep an eye on is sector rotation and what sectors are performing well. So nice to see some names still in enterprise software that are looking good. But what other sectors do you have an eye on right now?
Well, I think you can't give up on the semiconductor stocks yet. The SMH, the VanEck Vectors semiconductor ETF was up some 2% today. Still seeing some decent looking charts in the chip space. So still like the chips in the technology sector. Still like select software names, and some groups that did not perform that well today. A lot of groups in the retail sector kind of lagged the market, and also some healthcare, medical related groups as well. So still seeing a lot of good leadership out there. So I think it's too early to declare this bull market dead.
That's right. And for more in-depth analysis on what we're looking at, make sure you check out IBD Live every morning. You can check out all the information by going to investors.com/IBD Live. And Ken, you talked a little bit throughout the show what you guys are talking about in the morning. So give us just a little bit more of a taste of what people can expect from IBD Live every day.
Yeah, I mean, we're just really taking a look at it. We go on air at 9:20 a.m. Eastern Time, 10 minutes before the market opens. So we're looking at actionable setups, just money-making opportunities for traders out there. I know you're going to be on the show tomorrow offering your insight. So we give some perspective on the broad market, how the major stock indexes look, and most importantly, just talk about actionable setups as they present themselves.
Yep, that's right. And if you haven't checked it out already, you can do a free 2-week trial. So make sure you check that out. All right, everyone, we will see you right back here tomorrow to finish out the week.